Fun to follow you. Today, orange chiffon cake, I'll be using Krystal sunflower oil. This is a pure sunflower oil and it's very light. It will give the cake a very light texture. Half cup or 120 ml. Eggs. When you separate the egg should be cold, slightly cold. I have 1 orange. This should yield about 60 ml of fresh orange juice, and I need the zest. The zest should be about half tablespoon. 100 gram of caster sugar, half teaspoon of cream of tartar, 100 gram of self-rising flour. First, you wash the orange because you're using the orange rin, so you make sure that most of the wax has been removed. So give it a good scrub. Take some coarse salt, rub, and just give it a good wash. You have to remove the rin first before you squeeze the juice. Just need to scrape off just the orangey part and don't go into the whites. The white is a bit bitter. I'll need about half a tablespoon of orange rin. This is how the zest look like. To extract juice of an orange, don't cut this way. You must cut this way. Why? Because if you cut it open, you will notice that all these segment of the orange will be cut across, so enabling all this juice to be released easier. I have a dry bowl. I'm doing this manually. I don't have an electric juicer. Give it a firm turn, a few turns. That's how you do it. There's not much juice from this orange. Maybe I will need 1.5 instead of 1 to make up 60 ml of orange juice. So now I just measure and to see whether I do get about 60 ml. I do have 60. I need to separate the egg. I'm separating the egg yolks by using my hand. I think this is the safest way because most time you don't break the yolk. There is 5 egg yolks. Mix all the wet ingredient first. So I'm going to break up the egg yolks. Add in the oil. So remember I have this 120 gram of Krystal sunflower oil. Make sure it's mixed and incorporated well. And you add in the rest of the orange. Add in 60 ml of orange juice. The wet ingredient properly. Your sifted self-rising flour. This is 100 grams. You can add in one go. No need to go by batch. Stir until it's combined. Don't over stir because you don't want to create a too tough a cake. Once the texture is smooth, you can stop. Just make sure there's no lumps, because if you have lumps, you will find small pockets of flour in your cake. Check for lumps. Quite smooth. Here I have 5 egg whites separated from the egg yolks. First, make sure that the egg whites does not have any egg yolks in it, because if you have, when you beat the egg white, it will not rise very well. And ensure that the bowl that is holding this egg white has no trace of oil at all. To beat the egg whites, I'm also using a balloon whisk like this. I have half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. If you don't have cream of tartar, you can add in lemon juice or vinegar, 1 teaspoon. Increase the speed to 3. Increase it to 5 until you come to this stage where you can see large bubbles forming. You can start putting in sugar bit by bit. adding in the 100-gram sugar. We have added in, you can start to increase the speed. Wait until the egg white is firm. Stop a while. This is not ready yet. It's still very soft. You notice there's no pulling of the egg white up to form a curl. So we're still slightly away from that stage. I'm now heating at speed 4. This curl is hanging higher up. It doesn't droop right bottom, but it's hanging like that. And you look at the top, it's very stiff. And you blow it, it doesn't drop. See, it won't drop, it stays. So I'm gonna add the flour mixture. I will mix it with the balloon whisk usually, because it won't break the bubble in the egg white. So here I will switch the spatula again. Give it a few turns, just to make sure the bottom is scraped. Try to do it gently so that you don't break the bubbles. I'm using an 8-inch tube detachable pan, 4.5 inch in height. Make sure there's no oil. When you oil your pan, the chiffon cake will not stick to the side and rise, it will collapse. So I'm going to put in this tube pan. As you put in, try to do it evenly so that you turn the tube pan. Using a skewer, just slowly run through the chiffon cake to get rid of the big air bubbles that is trapped. Lift it slightly high, give it a tap to get rid of the air pockets. Set your oven to 170. Set the time to 35 minutes. Put into the center of the oven. Now remember, when you make chiffon cake, just chiffon cake, you must not open the door of the oven. The change of temperature will make the cake collapse. Right like this, with a bit of height, so that the cake will cool down. When cooling a chiffon cake, the cake has to be overturned like this to prevent it from sinking down. Take about 1 to 2 hours to cool down, depend on your temperature. So I just cut a piece to have a look how well it turned out to be. It's very soft. It feels fluffy. You see, you press it, it actually springs back. It's very soft, very fluffy, very moist. Very delicious. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel to support me. Thank you for watching. Bye. Fun to follow you.